Hey man, how you doing, man? Listen, I thought I would take a tune that we both really like, Donna Lee, right? And break it apart. Talk about what the harmony is, what the melody's doing, what the bass line can do, what you might do to solo on it. There's a lot of different things that we've done, before. Pentatonics, hexatonic ideas, some tritonic ideas, scalar stuff, chromatic stuff, bebop stuff. We got a lot of stuff that we can work with, and we'll set out to do a bunch of different tunes, and I'd like you to actually give me an idea of what a tune you would like to break apart as well. I know you like this one, and it's a great tune. So let's talk about, just real quick, let's talk about the melody, okay? You can learn the melody. The thing about this tune is that, the way I memorize things is to memorize them sort of by sections, right? Or by chunks, right? So, the first section or the first phrase might be, right? That sounds like to me that's a phrase, you know what I'm saying? Right? And then, right? So let's look at some of those phrases by phrase. So first one I think is, the next one I think is, it was a real question and answer kind of thing, right? Real question and answer kind of thing. There's another one. Right? And here's another phrase. Right? There's another one, right? There's another one, right? And it takes us back to the top of the tune. Not to the top per se, but the next 16 bars, which are very similar. I think of this tune as like an A prime kind of thing, because the A section is 16 bars, and then the next 16 bars are very, very similar, except for the very end, where you have sort of a 3-6-2-5, 1-6-2-5 kind of turnaround to bring it back up to the top of the tune, right? So let's look at it again. So first phrase. So you learn that phrase, right? That sounds like the next phrase you learn. Right? Another phrase. Another phrase, right? Another phrase, right? Another phrase, right? Back to the top. Do that again. There you go. That's that first phrase. End of a phrase, right? That's sort of a phrase there. So when you learn it, just do it in phrases. You can even shorten those phrases if you want to. But I know that's the way that I memorize things, right? In chunks like that. I don't know if I could just write the whole thing down. I mean, maybe. Probably. But I'd still go in sections. So anyways, so that's that, okay? All right. So what you want to do, you know, I've been playing it in a lot of different keys. I've been playing it in C, which is fun because the end, you've got this, you know, so what I did at the end there, I tried to do that on the in the A flat, but it was more difficult. Meaning, when I did it in C, I was able to play all dominant chords, like at minor third intervals. So like you're playing from the symmetrical diminished, right? So you got C, A, G flat, E flat, C, and then I ended on this A 7 sharp 9, right? With this interval, which is a hard interval to digest, but if you have it supported, right? So I got the A and the C sharp, and then the C, which is a sharp 9. So anyways, that's fun stuff. So what you want to do is you want to learn the harmony by functions, right? By the functions. You know what I mean by that is what? 1, 6, 2, or 1, 5, 7 of 2, 5, 7 of 5, right? And then 2, 5, 1, then 2 sub 5 into 4, to flat 7, 7, to 1, to 5, 7 of 2, to 5, 7 of 5, then that becomes a 2, then 5, then 1, 5 of 2 or 6. What I mean is 1 or 6. You know, there's a lot of times where we can be liberal as far as what we're saying. You know, if I say 1, 6, 2, if I say 1, 6 dominant, 2 dominant, then, you know, that makes sense. You know, I'm playing dominant chords built on those scale degrees. But what they actually are, you know, 1, and then that's the F7 is the 5/7 of the 2, right? It's the 5/7 of the B flat. And B flat is 2 in the key of A flat. So we got 5, 7, and 2. Then it goes to 2, but it's 2 dominant. So it doesn't resolve to the 2 yet, 2 minor yet. So it's 2 dominant. And then it becomes the 2 minor, then the 5 dominant, then the 1 major, and then the 2 sub 5 of 4, and then it flat 7. 1, 6 dominant, 5 of 5, then 2 minor, then 5 dominant, then 1, 6, 2 dominant, and then it goes 2, 5 into 6. So even though G minor 7 flat 5 is the 7 minor 7 flat 5 in the key of A flat, in this case it's got dual function. I mean, it is that, but it's also the related 2 of the 5/7 of 6, which is F in the key of A flat, right? Then it sort of goes back and forth. It goes at 6, then the 5 of the 6, then 6. Then it has this like flat 3 diminished, which is a passing chord. And then it goes to 3, 6, 2, 5, 1, 6, 2. right? So that's learning it by the function. And when you do that, when you learn something by the function, then listen, transposing isn't easy, but it's doable, especially if you know it by the function. So if you know by the function, if I'm going to play it in the key of C, I'm going to play 1, right? 6 dominant, right? 2 dominant. And I'm not even thinking so much about the chords so much. It's just their functions in that key. And then 2, 5, 1. And then it's going to go to the 4, so you're going to go to the which is F. So you're going to go do do da. Actually, do da do da do da. There's your, so it's the related 2 of the sub 5 of 4. And then flat 7, 7, 1, 6 dominant, right? 2 dominant, 2, 5, 1, 6 dominant, 2 dominant, and then you go to related 2 of the 5, 7 of 6, which is A in the key of C, right? And then back. Then flat 3 diminished. What's the 3? Well, the 3 is E. What's the flat 3 diminished in? E flat diminished. And then you've got this 3, 6, 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5. I didn't think too much to do that, and I haven't really done that. Play the changes like that in C. But that's how you can do it. That's knowing the function of the chords. And when I say the function of the chords, I'm simply talking about the function of the chords in the key that you're in. You know, so when we're doing it in the key of C, you know, 1 is C, 6 dominant is A, 2 dominant is D. That's pretty. I don't want to say it's basic, and I don't want to say it's easy, but it is. You are able to kind of realize sort of what's going on from another key, right? And so you got the 1, 6, 2 dominant, 2, 5, 1, and this doo-doo-dab, 4, flat 7, 7. I know flat 7, 7 in the key of C is going to be B flat, up to the B flat, down to the A, right? D7, which is the 5 of the 5, or 2 dominant, however you want to say it, which you drop the 3rd, it becomes a 2 minor, then the 5 to the 1. So fool around with that, all right? Think about things by their functions. You know, that's a, I mean, I've played like Autumn Leaves. I've probably played it in every key because singers are most likely not going to sing it in the key that you've learned it in, you know, which would be G minor. You know, no, it's like, no, I sing it in B flat minor. It's like, okay, B flat minor. So what's that mean? You know, 2, 5, 1 for the relative major, then 2, 5, 1. You could do that in any key, right? If you know the, let's just pick a key, E major, right? No one plays it in E major. So what's the relative? My bad. E minor. Maybe they do play it in E minor actually, but anyway, so we'll play it in E minor. So if it's 2, 5, 1, 4 into the relative major, well, what's the relative major of E minor? G major, right? So then it would be A, D, 7, G major, C major, and then 2, 5 into the 2, 5 into the E minor. Well, what's 2 going to be? F sharp minor 7 flat 5, B 7 flat 9, and then E minor or E minor 6. It depends. There's 2 things that usually happen there: either just the E minor 6 for 2 bars, or the E minor 7 for one bar, and then the E7 for one bar to bring it back to the A. The bridge of that tune is you simply turn that around, and it goes 2-5-1 to the minor, and then 2-5-1 into the relative major. Right? Then back to the 2-5 in the minor. And it does this. To C major, which is flat 6 major 7 in the key of E minor, then B, then E minor. That's not thinking too much, I'm just all you have to do is just think by the functions, man. If you know by the functions, if you don't know it by the functions and you sort of know it by the chords, what would that be? G minor. Well, let's see. No, bad. A minor, D7, G major, C major. And then that's hard to, if you're not thinking in terms of functions, then it's hard to kind of put it together. Anyways, good. So the first thing I think you do with something like a tune like Donna Lee is you learn the melody. When you learn the melody, something like this, it gives you real insight into sort of what the tune's about, right? And when you're playing that tune, hopefully that melody is still there. Sort of the spirit behind what's going on is still there. So learn the melody, like I said. But then, as far as us bassists goes, you really want to learn the root motion, right? And so you've got 1 6 2, right? 2 5 1 2 sub 5 4 to flat 7 7 to 1 to 6 to 2 2 5 1 6 2 2 5 into the 6 5 of the 6 6 5 of the 6 6 flat 3 diminished, and then 2 5 3 my bad 3 6 2 5 1 6 2 5. Right now, a lot of times I'll just play at the end there, not 3 6 2 5 1, but actually flat 3 diminished, and then go straight to the 2 for a whole bar, 5 for a whole bar, then 1 6 2 5. Now that 1 6 2 5, that is a classic turnaround, right? 1 6 2 5. It happens everywhere, right? So good. Learn the melody. Learn the way the roots move. The way the movement of the harmony is, right? This is a very difficult melody, so it'd be hard to. That's to sing that and play that, you have to kind of practice that a little bit. There's other tunes that are easier to do that with. This is a pretty involved, it's pretty involved, right? It's like, but is it? Right? It's difficult actually. But anyways, that's something that you could sort of practice and then kind of hear, and then that gives you a whole insight to what's going on as well, right? So let's talk about what you might do to actually learn these chords, right? Well, one thing to do is you've learned the we learn the roots, we learn the melody. What if we arpeggiated the chords, right? Now, what you want to eventually do is arpeggiate the chords in all their inversions, right? But, at first start out with, playing it from the root position and ascending, right? So, something like this. You can't play the last ones as fast, because there's only two chords. There's actually two chords of the bar, so maybe you could do triads, something like that, or you could go straight to the two, after the flat three diminished, straight to the two. So that's playing all of the playing the chord progression with the arpeggios in root position, right? And the thing about it is, what you want to do is you want to play it all over the bass. You're not learning a walking line by going. That's not a walking line. It's not. That's more of a walking line, right? But what you are doing is you're getting yourself prepped for, hearing the changes and knowing where they're at, understanding the movement. Like you don't have to you want to play it all over. You come up, Now, I started to fool around a little bit. I didn't really do it on purpose. But, if you do start to play the different inversions, maybe you'll do it where you just do the first inversion for everything. It's like, right, and then of the B flat, then E flat minor, Right, and then there's the first inversion of the D flat, right, and then you go to the G flat dominant, right, and then up to the major again, and then up to the sixth dominant again, but first inversion, right, the E, B flat I meant, and then now that's what starts to sound cool. I think it sounds cool. Is after you practice some root position, first inversion, second inversion, third inversion, which is a lot of stuff. Then you can mix them up, and you can use your ear more, like something like now it starts to sound like you're actually playing a tune, right? And all I did was I just mixed up, some of the inversions, really. Like took the maybe first inversion, and where does that land? Well, that lands close to the A, which is first inversion of the F. Check this out. That's the third of the B flat. I mean, it's great voice leading. You're not even trying, right? It's like, right? And then maybe you're really close to the A flat, I mean the G, so do a third inversion. Just messing around a little bit, really, just sort of using my ear and sort of where the if you land on an A and the next chord is a B flat 7, then why not go to the A flat, which is the flat 7, Works really well. I think that you would have fun with that, man. And of course sing with what you're doing. So the first step then would be learn the melody, right? Learn it in chunks, right? One chunk, another chunk, right? There's one. It's sort of a long one, but I think that's it. There you go. And and then we're back up to the top again. Well, not the top per se, but the same melody refreshes itself again there until you get to the minor 7 flat 5, 2 5 into the 6. But so that's what you want to do. You want to take and learn the root motion on the that's just the roots, right? Most of it, anyways. Then also, it'd probably be good if you learn to play it, with, some chords. Like I play very easy chords, 1 3 7, either playing the 1 on the bottom, the 3, and the 7, or mixing that around and going 1 7 3. So that's like that's real basic. That's basically the root and the guide tones, right? And that's fun to do too, because then you can sing through, I did the tritone sub there, or the sub 5 there. You can throw that stuff in too, and we'll talk about that in detail as well. But so you got the melody, you got the bass, the root motions, arpeggios, right? First doing them with just root position, just ascending, or you could descend too. I mean, you could be creative, right? Be creative, but first just nail it, right? Kind of thing, right? Listen, I'm gonna stop this one and edit it, and see if iMovie is nice to me today. And there's a lot more coming with that. There's the chord scales, and there's always not just one chord scale that works on the tune or the changes. There's probably more than one at least. And we'll do some other studies as well, some 4-note grouping stuff, some pentatonic stuff, some stuff that you just should know anyways, practice anyways, but now you're actually going to practice it right in the middle of a tune, right? So it's interesting stuff. So let me end this one and then see what I can do. I know that I set aside tomorrow to do a lot more too, so we'll go with that, man. I hope you're doing well. Let's go for that. Thanks.